a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
He clapped his hands. At the far end of the hall, the huge bronze doors opened. At first, I couldn't believe my eyes, but as the small army marched toward us, I got more and more alarmed. The dozen magicians were the least scary part of the group. They were mostly older men and women, in traditional linen robes. Many had kohl around their eyes, and hieroglyphic tattoos on their hands and faces. Some wore more amulets than Walt. The men had shaved heads. The women wore their hair short or tied back in ponytails. All of them had grim expressions, like an angry mob of peasants out to burn the Frankenstein monster. Except, instead of pitchforks, they were armed with staffs and wands. Several had swords, too. Marching on either side of them were demons. About 20 in all. I'd fought demons before, but something about these was different. They moved with more confidence, like they shared a sense of purpose. They radiated evil so strongly, my ba felt like it was getting a suntan. Their skin was every color from green to black to violet. Some were dressed in armor, some in animal hides, some in flannel pajamas. One had a chainsaw for a head, another had a guillotine, a third had a foot spreading between his shoulders. Even scarier than the demons were the winged snakes. Yeah, I know you're thinking, no more snakes. Believe me, after getting bit by the Jesu Heru in St. Petersburg, I wasn't happy to see them either. They weren't three-headed, and they weren't any bigger than normal snakes, but just looking at them gave me the creeps. Imagine a cobra with the wings of an eagle. No, imagine it zipping through the air, exhaling long jets of fire like a flamethrower. Half a dozen of these monsters circled the attack squad, darting in and out and spitting fire. It was a miracle none of the magicians got torched. As the group approached, Desjardins struggled to his feet. The magicians and demons knelt before him. One of the winged snakes flew in front of the chief lector, and Desjardins snatched it out of the air with surprising speed. The snake wriggled in his fist, but didn't try to strike. Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parents.
I'm Raye, following the path of Geb.
And I'm Charlie, following the path of Bast. Hey, yo.
We're back.
We're back, where Menshikov is hiring a happy death squad. We're doing great here today. We're finally back with, like, the group together. They had their solo missions. We came back as a group again.
Mm-hmm. The gang.
Just like we did before.
We're getting the band back together.
Truly. And everything is gonna go great from here, right?
Yeah!
Nothing bad will happen ever again. In this book especially.
Hey, we're more than halfway through now. It's fine.
Nothing bad can happen before the ending, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like this is the second book of a 3-book series. We're gonna win the day in this book, right?
The Death Squad wasn't very happy.
Yeah, I would agree. That is my critique as well. They're really not happy. They don't want to be there.
Yeah, they're just kind of going along with it.
I mean, they probably do want to be there because they want to kill some people.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think they're necessarily happy to, like, be working for the house or...
Explicitly, Carter says that Vlad, like, smiles at them trying to make them look happy and they don't. That's in the chapter. So this is blatantly inaccurate.
Yeah, exactly. I noted that too in my head. I'm like, oh, well... Y'all are just being like, grrr.
Yeah.
That's what their faces are.
Well, some things happened.
Some things certainly did happen. What happened in this chapter?
Vlad and Desjardins are trying to take Carter away for his execution, and Zia seems, like, vaguely uncomfortable about this. Carter accuses Vlad of his treachery and implies that he burned his face trying to awaken Ra. Desjardins is like, no, he was trying to destroy the scroll, so jot that down. Carter tries fighting back with the crook and flail, but Vlad starts turning him into a snake, which nobody likes. And then Sadie and Walt show up from Patah's portal, freeing Bess. He scares Michelle and Vlad off. Zia passes the fuck out, so they basically kidnap her. The gang starts driving towards the Great Pyramid. Carter drifts off, and his inner Horus tries to convince him to forget the whole Raw thing and take the throne himself. And Carter says that he's not particularly interested. He gets to watch Michelle and Vlad have an argument in which Desjardins is strangely passive, but he does seem to be realizing just how fucked up his shit is. That's really all.
Yeah. It's finding out things chapter. At least
we've
in the
been
second
fucking
half.
around. Now we're finding out.
Yeah, we fucked around for a little bit in this chapter, and then we found some stuff out, and we'll see what happens after that. But first, Ray, you wanna learn some myth things, perhaps?
I'd love to.
In case you missed it.
But
Let's talk about the Uraeus, or the Aureus, because there's a Greek pronunciation here as well. I would say the name probably is just straight up Greek, really, because that looks like, it looks very similar to Uranus, and especially when you have the O in front of it, that's like another one of the spellings of Uranus, actually, is with the O. So I would jot that down as some Greek shit. That's technically just it's Egyptian, but it's named by the Greeks. Cool.
Yeah, so it on the wiki it shows Egyptian J''RT, so like jert.
Yeah, jert.
Yeah.
And it means rearing cobra. And we got a cute little drawing here of what they are.
It's fucking
very
adorable.
Cute little snaky poo. Look at him. He's ready for pride. He's got blue, green, and red on
now whose
his,
flag is that?
Stuff. That's his flag.
Oh,
That's just for him. That's his sexuality. Don't worry about it. We support all micro labels, okay?
We do.
Actually, I should have asked for the Reyes' pronouns before I assumed he. But my brain was like, oh my god, it's a little guy. Tell me that's not a little guy. Look at the eye. Look at the eye and tell me it's not a little guy.
Yeah, for real. I understand.
It's just a black dot. So they symbolize sovereignty, royalty, deity, and divine authority. So makes sense why Rick's like, Ra. Specifically, not just Ra, though. Also, they're a symbol of the goddess Wadjet. A cursory look at her page, she's a snake person.
Yeah, I feel like that's come up before.
She's a snurson. She looks like a Uraeus with wings, and then the sun disc on her head.
Yeah,
so
she's kind of awesome.
I fuck with that. That's pretty cool. So there's a lot of stuff about her and the Uraeus, and then it says that the pharaohs wore the Uraeus on their heads because it is Wadjet, specifically.
Okay.
So sometimes it's a crown encircling their head, or it's just... eventually, I think it becomes part of, like, the crown at some point, like the actual crown. But it's on their head. It's part of that.
Yeah.
And that's how the pharaoh specifically is recognized.
They show Tutankhamun's mummy mask.
Yeah.
And he's got one on the front, very specifically.
Wait, okay, look closer at that. Does it look like he's got a little vulture next to it?
Yeah, it's...
He's got the really two goddesses.
Oh,
that's what
yeah,
it looks like
totally.
To me. He's got the two goddesses. Because is Wadjet like the other part to our vulture lady? Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't remember.
She's the
I believe you.
I feel like I'm correct about this. What's Vulture Lady's name again? Neckbat. There we go. Yeah, I'm right. I'm fucking right.
Excellent.
Look at me. I'm so smart.
Okay.
I think that's
totally.
so good, actually. Oh, it's literally said in the fucking description of it. Fuck me. I was too busy making it bigger, and so that I couldn't get back to that page. See that it said that. Okay.
And it says they represent the unification of Lower and Upper Egypt.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, wearing the Uraeus also means that, like, you're a legitimate ruler and everything, yada yada. So, so with the unification, we get Neckbat next to it, as it says next in the paragraphs. Of course. The two ladies. as they're called together, the serpent and the vulture, joint protectors and patrons of unified Egypt. And the last thing here needs a citation. I wonder if it was added because of Rick's books, or if it actually is true. But it says that the pharaohs are seen as manifestations of the sun god Ra, and the Uraeus protects them by spitting fire on their enemies.
Okay.
From the fiery eye of the goddess. Oh, okay. Remember when we talked about the eye of Ra? Or we didn't really talk about the eye of Ra very much, but we talked about the eye of Horus. The other one is the eye of Ra. Yeah?
We
Cool.
talked about it during, the
Uraeus.
Bastet stuff and whatnot.
We definitely talked about the Uraeus during that because it is mentioned on there.
Mm.
In that one, it's the little snaky boys encircling the sun disk, and they both got the little crowns of Upper and Lower Egypt. I love that. I love the Uraeus so much, actually. I just need you to know that. That is the most little guy I've ever seen.
I love a good snake. I love a good cobra. I love a good cobra with a little puppy face.
In addition to the best tattoo, I propose Uraeus tattoo. Because I need that little guy to protect me. I want him and his fiery breath to protect me.
Hell yeah.
You know what? In our RPG, I want a little familiar that's a Uraeus. Like, can this be a thing? I want it so bad. Just little sneaky boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You deserve a little sneaky boy. It's interesting, in the book they're described as having wings like Wadjet, but they are not ever pictured like that here.
Yeah, they're not. So that might just be Rick being like, well, she's got cool wings, and I already mentioned snakes with wings earlier in this book.
Uh-huh.
They gotta have wings to be really, really cool, okay?
Totally.
Yeah. And I mean, it's the snake that's got like it's the hooded snake specifically type thing.
Yes.
So like that just feels right with wings anyway. Right?
I do like that.
All right, we got a lot of description of Senu Shrets II. He has a specific golden Uraeus.
Okay.
I guess. There's just a whole thing about him and his Uraeus. I don't know, man. Now that word doesn't sound right. I don't know why. I don't like it. It's because I compared it to Uranus earlier. And you know how other people pronounce that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, they're golds. They're pretty in golds, and we already mentioned the one from King Tut as well. He's also pretty in golds.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Hey, they got hieroglyphs of them as well, I guess. And they're on jewelry, they're on amulets. They're all over the fucking place. They're like, hey, snake cool.
I mean, they're not wrong, man. They are not wrong.
They're like, we have an evil snake, but we also have the bestest boy snake. Okay?
Agreed.
They have a flag? What? I'm very confused by this. The Rosetta Stone. There's Rosetta Stone and it says God flag. I don't know what the fuck that means. It just goes to ancient Egyptian deities. I don't know what that means. And it needs a citation anyway. So, not even gonna worry about it. What is this blue crown? I'm sorry? Excuse you? Ray, have you ever heard of a blue crown for Egypt? I have not heard of this.
I mean, I don't know shit, so no, but that doesn't mean anything.
I know the white one, I know the red one. I don't know this blue one. So before the New Kingdom, we have the body of the Uraeus coiled in circles around this blue crown. Oh, which... it just says New Kingdom. I think this is the crown that we were confused about from Prince of Egypt.
Oh, interesting.
Because remember, I was like, why is he wearing a blue one? And you were like, oh, but it's the symbolism, right, of his coloring and everything.
I don't remember that, but I believe you again.
You were just like, but wait, the Pharaoh is in blue and Moses is in red, like the whole time.
Yeah.
That was like their symbolism for it. And so they had to have him with the blue crown, I guess. I don't know, man. I think this looks very similar to that crown that was in there.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's worn in battle and in ceremonies, but it's like new Egypt, New Kingdom. And the Uraeus is also on that crown as well as all the other ones because the Uraeus is everywhere. What does the seraphim have to do with the Uraeus?
They're also like snakes. They have a thing.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Sarah Serpent. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's something.
I thought the Seraphim just had like a million wings.
That
I
is
didn't know there
how
were
they're
also
depicted when I
snakes.
go to that page, but I'm pretty sure they are also depicted as snakes with wings sometimes.
Yeah, it says associated with serpents derived from the concept of the Uraeus. Okay. Monotheism. Why are you on my ancient Egyptian page once again? Get out of here. Get away from my little guy. Okay, I'm gonna end this segment because I have nothing more to say other than he's important to me, and I've only had him for a few minutes, but if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and myself. So,
This isn't particularly relevant, but I've always wanted to get like a winged serpent, like dragon tattoo, like draped over my shoulders asleep, just like a really sweet little guy. like he's actually resting on me. That's something I want someday if I have money.
damn, we need to become rich so that Raye can get all the tattoos that they want.
Hell yeah.
Become a work of art. Although you already are one.
Aww.
Alright, let's meet this happy death squad. That's not at all happy, actually.
No, they aren't.
Which is a liar. A filthy liar.
That
So,
Vlad.
Carter starts off this chapter by being like, well, you got even, Sadie. I went to rescue you with Walt, like, a while back, and now you and Walt are rescuing me. So
Hey,
thanks.
remember how Sadie did not need to be rescued by him and Walt at all? And how she does in fact save Carter's life here? It's actually Bess both times, but they saved Bess, and so...
Yeah, somebody needed to get Bess out of the cage in order to rescue Carter.
And
was
Pata did it. So actually, Sadie did not do anything.
Remember how our boy Pata, like, could only open a portal and everything? He opens it on Bess.
He only gets to do it for one person, once
Remember
per
how
person. So yeah.
they're associated with each other again? Just more little threads. Okay, so shit is happening. Bess is in a cage. Carter has stolen property. And those are his only weapons that he has.
Yeah.
The two most powerful two most powerful magicians in the world want to kill him, and his not girlfriend doesn't remember him. He's having a bad day.
He really, really is. It's rough, Carter. I understand. He, like, just almost got poisoned to death, and now he's dealing with all this shit.
Yeah, it's not great.
So Desjardins is like, hey, why don't you just surrender? Like, we don't need to do all this. But now he just seems really tired. And remember how he wanted to, like, destroy them last book?
Yeah. Remember how he's, like, aging prematurely?
Yeah, that really comes up later in this chapter, but he does
but,
seem like he
I think
is
it's relevant.
Yeah, very low energy. Yeah, totally.
He's just like, I don't want to be here right now. Just, Carter, come on, come quietly. Like, I'm tired. I need to go take a nap. Please. Just like me, actually. Me and Desjardins, we get each other.
So Carter is like, hey, Vlad, you definitely want me to awaken Ra. You're a traitor to the House of Life, and Michelle, can you get rid of this man, please? Please, for the love of God. And so he starts, accusing him of stuff. Yeah?
I like this, where he's just like, oh, I mean, I could just fight him, but also, I want to get Zia on my side. Like, I need to convince her that there's something off about Vlad. I need to get him talking, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a piece of shit.
But he does have, his little quips for everything Carter has to say. Like, I followed you around the world to stop you, though. So, haha.
And he's like, well, it seems like you want us to awaken Ra to free Apophis. And yeah, Desjardins is not convinced.
He's still standing there like, I'm here. I have to. I don't really want to do anything, though. Child, please stop.
Please. But yeah, Carter is having like this epiphany that Mott and Chaos are connected, so you have to awaken Ra in order to get Apophis freed.
Yeah, and that Menshikov maybe wants to control the summoning so that Ra has to come back old and weak. And, Apophis can just immediately eat him. But clearly, this gets to him because his staff is bursting into flames. Like, you don't know what you're saying. And then this is great. What Carter says is like, Set teased you about a mistake you made. You tried to awaken Ra with that one piece of scroll you had. Is that how you burned yourself?
Kind of fucked up, bringing up somebody's disabilities. But, I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. That's the thing. Because we know what kind of, like, magical fire is summoned by those scrolls. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
And, you know, our boy Michelle is like, no, he's destroying it. Obviously, he works the house. That's how he was injured.
And Carter's like,
bro,
no, I kind of
sense.
don't believe that. That does not seem
I don't believe it. I think Carter is just like, it seems like it says he's too stunned to speak, and I'm just like, is Carter believing what Michelle's putting down, or is it just that he doesn't have a comeback? It feels like a little bit of both.
Yeah,
like,
agreed.
Like, that can't be true. I don't know, actually. I'm just spouting nonsense.
Right. So Menshikov brings up his own family history to make his point here for some reason. And he's like, we're descended from the priests of Amun-Ra, and they're the ones who weren't happy when the gods got outlawed. And it's like, that goes against your whole thing here. That doesn't, your excuses, that doesn't help, actually. So I'm confused about why he brought that up. But
yeah, you remember who the priests of Amun-Ra were, right? Do you remember?
Yeah.
That came up recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. As he mentions that they opposed Akhenaten when he outlawed the old gods, maybe even assassinated him.
Mm-hmm. And they apparently created the Book of Ra.
That's pretty cool.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And so Carter's like, so why would you oppose the gods then? If you're saying that this is your family history. And I'm like, yeah, this isn't relevant to your argument. It actually goes against it. But Menshikov is like, well, actually, that means that my family eventually realized the mistakes of the past and that we had to get rid of the old gods because they're shit.
Yeah, he's like, my family was around during Iskander's time and, like, understood what was going on. And he's like, I tried to destroy the scroll to make up for the sins of my ancestors. Specifically. But Carter's like, you summoned Set.
I literally saw you do that. Yeah.
Dude.
And yeah, Desjardins seems like he's not even processing this.
He's just like so dejected. He's like, Carter, come or be destroyed. Okay?
He's like, under a spell. I can't believe that Carter has not figured this out. I kind of am like, buddy. Like, you know how we always kind of compared Desjardins to Jafar? He's getting his ass Jafar'd. Oh.
Yeah, but Menshikov is the true Jafar.
Exactly,
right now.
Exactly. Like,
last book, Desjardins was Jafar. This book, Menshikov is fully going hard into the Jafar.
He's literally using his terrible snake staff to hypnotize his boss. Like, that is happening.
Rick, how many times did you watch Aladdin while writing this book? I want to know. You know what? I want to see Desjardins, like, with the little Sultan's toys now. like playing with the little toys. But they're, like, little ancient Egyptian god toys that he's, like, arranging in a certain order, and Menshikov comes in the room like, sir, what are you doing? And the whole thing falls over.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So I feel bad that Carter even looks at Zia in this moment. Like, my brain is just like, Carter, don't look to her for help. She needs help herself right now. She doesn't know what's going on. I think I would have, like, looked at her for a second and then been like, no, you can't actually do anything for me because you are so confused.
She is. But I do understand his impulse here because, you know, as much as she's, like, pulling back into her old faith in order to, like, get through this, like, it definitely has been shaken. That's why she's pulling back so hard. And so, like, it makes sense that he would be trying to get her on side, because if he had one more person who was corroborating what he's saying, that would definitely be relevant to Desjardins, you know?
Yeah.
He's always seemed to believe in Zia.
And so Carter's like, I'm not going peacefully. There's no way. He raises the crook and the flail, and it's like, well, this is all I have on me.
Yeah.
Like, I have to do something. It's either that or I get killed. So he has to use the weapons of Ra. And Horus, in the back of his mind, is like, this is your path. This is your birthright.
Yeah, whatever, Horus.
So right. It feels so right for him to be holding these things, and it's so instinctual.
And he does have a good point that, like, why would he not fight? They're literally planning to kill him anyways.
Yeah, for the first time since New Year's, he gets his hawk-headed avatar. Yo!
It's back.
We love it!
Yeah, this is the coolest thing he does.
Combat magic, as Desjardins says. It's magician fighting magician. That's the old way of things. And Carter's like, we don't have to have it be like this. I just need to get rid of Menshikov. He literally wants to bring about the apocalypse. He's gonna hurt you and kill you. Both of you.
Yep. Let
me deal with him and everything will be fine. And Menshikov is like, you know what? Let him try to deal with me. This silly boy. And that's where he kind of makes a mistake, because Desjardins like, excuse me, who's Chief Lecter here?
Yeah, like, we don't usually just extrajudicially murder people. He's supposed to have a trial before he gets executed. You can't just, like, kill him. Desjardins does in fact still care about law and order. He would really like for Ma'at to be preserved in every way he can. But Menshikov is not about that.
Yeah.
So he casts his fucked up spell where he stomps on the ground and has these twining, like, helix lines coming towards Carter. He tries to stop them, but he can't, and then they start snagifying him.
I like that Carter's like, oh yeah, it's like a DNA helix. And it's like, well, yeah, it's rewriting your DNA. That's what it ends up doing, right?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
A little bit. It's like, snake. You're a snake.
And Carter's like, I don't like being transformed against my will. That is not my vibe.
He's already been traumatized by this.
Yes.
He was a lizard. You remember our lizard wizard? You remember him?
Do in fact.
One of our cowboys.
So he, like, snatches Menshikov with the crook. And Menshikov is like, fucking do it, coward. His spell is already going. It's already gonna turn him into a fucking snake. So he's like, go ahead, kill me. Show them. You're a murderer. Just do it. It'll cause more chaos, I guess. This is kind of a wild pull for him, because his whole thing is that he wants revenge against Ra for what happened to him, for his failure trying to resurrect him a long time ago. And so it's like, but, you know, he's more about just sowing his horrible chaos, because he is insane. So he's like, yeah, more infighting in the house, more infighting between you and your faction and our main faction. That sounds great to me. Go ahead, kill me if you want to.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's just the murderer way. The evil guy way is just like, okay, yeah, prove to me, kill me, go ahead.
That's what the Joker's always trying to get Batman to do. He's like, if you'll kill me and you'll prove me right about everything.
Yeah, you'll become just as bad as me. You know? One of those kinds of things.
Indeed.
And Carter's busy just, like, tasting venom right now. He's like, no, maybe not. Maybe let's not do this. Also, I'm in pain.
Yeah. He's not vibing, and Zia says, stop it. And she's trying to get Menshikov to stop. Like, nobody likes that he is slowly, painfully turning Carter into a snake. They are not about that. Like, it's just torture for no reason, being a really shitty guy.
Yeah. Menshikov's like, he wants the Pharaoh's throne. We have to destroy him. He deserves worse than being turned into a filthy snake, right?
Yeah, whatever, man.
Even Michelle is like, there are more humane ways to contain him. Don't do this.
He's a man with standards, like, literally.
And this is when we get our little portal. It's underneath Bess's cage. and just red sand, dead fish, old lumber, pottery shards, and everything is just a whirlpool underneath it.
And Sadie and Walt run out because they were running into, the portal horizontally before. And so they run out vertically and are suspended in the air for a second before they just fall back into the sand, which is very, very funny to me.
Yeah, and then Bess is freed because it was right under his cage. Love that. And he rips off his clothes.
What a guy.
We have our Dwarf Bride Speedo once again.
Carter needed to see it too. Everyone needs to see it. It's very important.
We get the mother of all booze. I love this comparison. It's like the blast of an H-bomb or a U-bomb for ugly. Because that's his whole thing is the power of ugly, apparently.
What a guy.
Carter's avatar finally collapses, and so does the snake spell. No more of that. Everybody's kind of thrown to the ground a bit. And then Menshikov and Desjardins are disintegrated, quote unquote, is what Carter says.
Yeah.
They're disintegrated. They're gone. You killed them. Zia screams what? Nah. Remember, he's a protector god, okay? That's his whole thing. He doesn't kill. He scared them back home.
Which is the funniest shit. That is some cartoon ass shit once again. They Bugs Bunny just, pew, they're gone in a cloud of dust.
Bess is truly just the most cartoonish
mm-hmm.
of all these characters. Once again, if Kane Chronicles is not a cartoon, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But more importantly, Bess also says, you had the nerve to anchor a portal on me? Do I look like a relic? And it's Ptah. He's the one who did it. This is why my brain's oh, he can do that on gods, apparently.
Apparently.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. We have a little joke here. Carter's like, Ptah? Like the god? And Sadie's like, no, Ptah, the date farmer. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you. It's a long story.
Also, she looks like her hair got licked by a camel, and which is exactly what happened.
Don't worry about it. And yeah, we're like, wait, Zia's here? Oh my god, it's really Zia? But she finally just collapses after this day she's had. Or not even fully a day. I think this has been maybe a couple hours at most.
It's been half an hour at most. Carter just woke her up, had one conversation, and then these dudes showed up. And then this fight scene happened. That's it.
Yeah, the only logical thing happened. She just up and passes out, and it's okay,
well, and it's not just that, it's also that she was in the directional force of the boo. Apparently she backed up beforehand, so she didn't get it as full frontal as these other guys, but she just took that shit. So Bess is I'm kind of amazed that she is still here.
Yeah. So Sadie tells Carter, yeah, I got the scroll. Cool. We got all three. Let's go to the pyramid. Do you have a car? They do.
Well, they've got Bedouins.
They not only do they have a car, they have a whole bunch of Bedouins, is what they say.
So clearly, we don't know enough about this culture to make any judgments on how they are represented, as we had to literally look them up when they came up before.
Yeah.
I am a little charmed by the fact that, they're really excited that they're back, and they are perfectly fine with driving them. They take Bess's shirt that he just ripped, and they rip it off into strips, and they, wrap them around their wrists and their cars and shit as tokens. I kind of like that.
Again, everyone reveres Bess. Doesn't matter what culture you're even from at this point. I think everyone just that guy, he's a god.
He rules.
He's super cool.
He helps people out.
Everything that he touches is magic. He must keep it. So they give him some new clothes, first of all.
Thank you.
And then they, take all of his ripped up stuff for themselves. So they have kidnapped Zia, officially.
I mean, what else are you gonna do with her? You can't just leave her there.
Yeah, it would be kind of rude. Everybody's going to sleep in this truck. Carter, it takes him a little while.
He's very uncomfortable with what almost happened to him.
Yeah, and he's very aware that Zia's right next to him. Like, actual, fully human Zia.
Mhm.
That's weird. But his ba goes on a trip.
A journey.
To the Hall of Ages, where once again we notice the images of the new age are appearing, the deep purple, and Horus is here.
And Carter is like, what's up with that?
Why are you here? You can't get into the house. Well, Carter, you're here, and I'm kind of part of you. Like, part of me never left you. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, he has like a fragment of Horus in his mind, which is kind of crazy. You know, we were talking about that before, how like you get permanently changed by this kind of connection. But like this is a very explicit version of that.
Yeah. And even so Horus is going off about this whole, like, oh yeah, like, you're part of me, I'm part of you. Even Carter is wearing the same outfit that Horus is wearing. Pretty weird. And he's still holding the crook and the flail. Those could be yours, Carter. You could be the pharaoh. They're so much more powerful. You could unite the house as its leader. We could crush our enemies.
And Carter's like, that does sound kind of good.
Like, he used to be scared about that. But now he's like, okay, I've been a leader now. I had to teach some people some stuff. It felt kind of good. It felt kind of good to channel all these cool powers and smash people.
And it also seems effective. It sounds like something he could do. You know, if I could unify the house, if I could make this happen, like we could really stop Apophis. We could crush them down. And then he remembers that he doesn't like being that way. He doesn't want to be, you know, a tyrant king. He doesn't want Zia to look at him like she did when he was almost about to kill Vlad.
Like I was the monster. Yeah. And so Carter's like, well, if Horus is an echo in my mind, maybe I'm being affected by him and his desire to rule.
I like the description of Horus here.
Yeah, like he knows Horus is a good guy, but he's still got his flaws. He wants to be king. That's his whole thing.
And if Carter is aware of those flaws, then that means that he doesn't have to fall into them, you know, even if he is being influenced.
Exactly. Carter's like, we gotta wake Ra. We got to wake old king to bring about Ma'ats.
This isn't our place. You know, we need to do the thing that's gonna, you know, work better for everyone. It is interesting because Carter taking the throne of Egypt, that's going to like basically destroy the house. But Ra taking the throne of Egypt is going to continue to cause this fission within the gods who are not very happy about this plan. You know, you're not going to please everyone no matter what you do.
Yeah. And so we get a little bit more of the Hall of Ages image. Before we saw that, like, it's two figures grappling in front of a burning chair, and now we can see it's a fiery throne. It's perhaps the thing of Ra's boat, like the throne of fire.
And there's two people fighting, and, you know, he can't tell if they're trying to push each other into the chair or keep each other out. And he's like, I don't want to be a part of that struggle.
Yeah. So Carter asked the question, did Menshikov really try to destroy the Book of Ra? And Horus is like, well, he didn't fully lie.
Yeah.
But, like, you were also right. So.
That wasn't his goal at first. He was trying to become Ra's high priest by bringing him back, and, you know, he's going to be the most popular guy.
He thought he could be more powerful than his ancestors, specifically. He was so prideful about this.
But he only had one scroll, idiot.
So the curse on the scroll burned him.
And then he decided he needs revenge against Ra. So his plan is to resurrect Ra, probably old and weak like Carter said, and let Apophis consume him.
Num num num. And Carter's just like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. What do you say to that?
Exactly. So Horus is still just like, sit on throne, come on. Why take the risk? You don't know that Ra will come back the right way.
And also, Sadie has to read the book, and, you know, if the spell backfires like it did on Menshikov, imagine what could happen to her.
Especially with all three scrolls. It could be so much worse. Sadie could just go up in flames.
Yep.
And that, well, we already know what Carter and Sadie mean to each other at this point in the book. We've already had our whole secret name shit going on. Like, they are each other's, like, other half. really. So Horace tries one more time, like, come on. We can protect your friends in Brooklyn. If you take the crook and the flail for yourself, take the throne. Let's do it.
And Carter wants to do that. He wants to keep all those people that he cares about, that he's responsible for, safe. But,
Right? That's the way to tempt him. Like, get on his heartstrings a little bit.
Mhm.
But he's like, we're not going to be strong enough. We need to bring back the old king. We need Ra.
We need Ra. It's we are not enough. There's such humility in that statement, Horace is trying to play on his pride, on his like self-determination, and he's like, no, we need help.
And the thing is, Carter's not nearly as prideful as Horace.
Mhm.
Carter is humble. He has humility that Horace really doesn't have.
Mhm. And
that's what sets them apart.
Carter's personality has changed a lot from the beginning in ways that I'm like, I kind of miss my very timid boy in some ways. But at the same time, like, a lot of that can be attributed to the influence of Horace. He's saying, like, my desire to rule is probably coming directly from him. So,
yeah.
I don't remember where I was going with that. I just think it's interesting.
No, you're good. Yeah. I mean, listen, these characters are going to grow and change along with these books, as they should. It's the whole point. So, Horace disappears, and suddenly, Menshikov and Desjardins are here, and are, one of them looks good, one of them doesn't.
Yeah, Menshikov seems like he's doing really well. He looks well rested. And Desjardins' hair has turned fucking white and he can barely walk. And he says that Ma'at is weakening and so it can't, sustain him the way it used to. Seems like maybe someone else is being sustained by something else, perhaps, a little bit. That's pure speculation on my part, but I feel like there's something there.
I think I could be wrong, but I think Menshikov is sucking your life force, my dude. I don't think it's Ma'at.
Huh, I was going a different way with that. I was thinking that since Ma'at is weakening, if Chaos is strengthening, then maybe he is pulling power from Chaos directly.
I mean, we already know he's doing the controlling thing.
Yes, he is.
Who's to say he's not just straight up taking his power?
He definitely could be. I think that at this point, either explanation makes sense.
And listen, this is also very good, because we just had this whole conversation about the throne with Horace. Menshikov is trying to get Desjardins onto the throne because he's so weak. He's like, you need to sit in a chair.
And he's like, no. That is not how we do things.
That is not my role to play here. I must sit at the step.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter what my condition is like. Remember Iskandar? Like, I'm pretty sure Sadie said the same thing when they first came and looked at him. Like, why isn't he sitting in the chair?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this super old fucking man here, let him sit in the chair.
But symbols are important, they are what creates reality in this world. And so,
Exactly.
You have to respect that is the Pharaoh's chair and you are not sitting in it.
Yeah. So Desjardins is like, do you ever have doubts, perhaps?
Yeah. This is so interesting because Horace is like, watch your enemies plan your downfall. And that is not really what happens here. I mean, he does watch Menshikov and his faction plan his downfall, but Desjardins is really, changing his mind this entire sequence.
I think this is a super cute moment here. Like, we end up reiterating some stuff we knew from the first book for anyone who, for some reason, picked up this one and didn't read the first one. But it's still, like, Desjardins has the magic hieroglyphs, remember, because of the Mats and Chief Lecter thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he catches one, and he's like, look at that. It's the scribe's palette. It was my grandfather's favorite. Remember? Because he translated the Rosetta Stone. Menshikov's like, yeah, I know who he is. We all know the fucking story.
Yeah.
Shut up.
He's like so sick of him. That's so funny. It does make sense that this would be a magician's favorite symbol, That's really, the source of their power.
Yeah, exactly.
You skipped over where Menshikov is like, you should not have allowed Amos Kane into your presence. His words are like poison.
Sorry, I forgot about that part. And
the old man Yowie is so strong.
It is. Tell me it's not here, okay? I need the fanfic. I need it to exist.
Yes, for real, please, please. I think maybe we have to do it ourselves.
I think what we should do is we should each see if we can find if there's fanfic that exists and see if we need to cover it.
We did last time. We looked it up to see. Well, there were 2 fanfics and they were both written by the same person and they were in French.
So, do we Google Translate this?
Maybe.
See how good it is. Because I'm so interested to know what somebody did to interpret this old man yaoi, because
it's so important to me. I love them.
It's textual at this point.
Yeah.
I think it's textual. Rick, if you didn't try to write this in, I think it needs to be in the show. If there is a Kane Chronicles show, I know, like, it's not the greatest relationship, perhaps.
No. Gay people are allowed to be toxic. That is so realistic. You don't need perfect, picture perfect representation every time. Just let them.
The straights don't understand that. The straights don't understand that we will take anything. And we want all types of representation.
Exactly.
Like, no, you want the Hallmark romance.
And I do, but I also want this complicated, like, divorced 20 times.
Old man yaoi situation. Like, I love them, okay?
I love them. I want it so bad. It's so good.
They're in love.
I need to find out if other people are talking about this, cause it's so good.
Right. Should we message the Raye adverts?
Yes, please.
Hey, anyone else who's read Kane Chronicle? Do you ship Amos Kane and Michelle Desjardins?
You better.
Because gay. I don't know. I gotta formulate how I would say that, but I think I need to ask the others about this, because man,
I think it's also, I like reading these kinds of, middle grade books that are like for kids. I think that these kinds of books are super fun, but I also am like not as into the shipping as I used to be. Well, now that I am an adult, I'm like, can I ship these adult characters, please?
Right? I'm definitely not as into the shipping of the kids.
Exactly.
As much.
I'm like, that's cute, but it's not really my thing, because they are babies.
Just like, tell me about these old men.
I can think about old men fucking. They're not even old. They're like middle-aged, but it's fine.
But Desjardins looks like an old man.
Yeah,
now.
He is old now, so actually, now we're accurate.
You know what I want to compare this like fall of Desjardins to? Have you ever read or like somewhat know the story of like the Dracula, the original novel, and everything, and how traumatized our boy Jonathan Harker gets?
He sure is. Like, my God,
his hair goes fucking white.
Yep,
and that's what I'm picturing is happening with Desjardins. In this book, is that he's just like, he's not traumatized necessarily, but like it's the same vibe. It's the same vibe to me. Anyway, their conversation. Oh yeah, he's still reminiscing. He's reminiscing about how Iskandar let his family into the house. They welcomed new blood and new ideas to reinvigorate the house, but they didn't do anything different. Like, Desjardins is still following the old rules.
He's been maintaining the status quo, like, he's been holding on to it with, like, strength and violence, and he's starting to think that is not the way. Yeah.
Like, the house is weak. We have fewer initiates every year. Menshikov's like, oh no, we're not weak. Let me show you our attack force. And the scary magicians, which are not even the scariest part here. I love how Carter is just like, yeah, it's like the peasants from Frankenstein, except they're magic, actually. So it's even more terrifying.
Yeah, they've upgraded from pitchforks.
With them are demons. Remember our demons with the weird heads and shits. Yeah.
Beings of chaos.
Perhaps.
Not like we've never used those before. We had what was Axe Face's fucking name? I don't remember. Bloodstained Blade.
There we go. Chainsaw Man is here. You know that anime.
He sure is.
Literally Chainsaw Head is what it says. So that's what my brain is picturing now.
Yep. So we
what
also
had a
have
guillotine for
face.
a head. That's like a very big head. A third just had a foot spreading from his shoulders. That's kind of weird, man.
I love these demon designs. I love them
Just
so
a
much.
foot. One of them was wearing flannel pajamas. We don't need to worry about it. And then we have the winged snakes, the Uraeuses.
I love them.
That Spitfire.
My little guys. Yes.
And Desjardins is questioning this. He's like, those are creatures of Ra. Why? And the Menshikov's like, I can control them because of my ancestors. You remember the priests of like Amun-Ra and all that shit? Don't even worry about it. This is funny to me. Okay, dude? Like, come on. Use the creatures of Ra to destroy those who want to wake him. Obviously.
Yeah, and we'll just mix those in
Justice.
with creatures of chaos, with all these demons, and that doesn't mean anything either.
Yeah, Desjardins worried about that. Menshikov's like, don't worry. We have them binded. Proper binding spells on them. Bound. There we go. I don't remember words. They're magically bound, they're handpicked, and so are these mages.
Yes. So Desjardins, he's like, these are the best mages. I handpicked them from gnomes around the world. And Desjardins like,
Terrifying.
So that guy's a murderer. She caused a tsunami.
I'm sorry, she was sent to Antarctica, which is like the worst fucking gnome.
Yeah.
That they send you to.
Complete
That's how you
exile.
know she's bad.
These are people who are barely tolerated in the house. They're murderers and thieves. And, Desjardins is like, so...
Okay, I must make a reference here because Menshikov is like, ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves.
Indeed.
Tell me he's not. Because, like, we have to do this for the good of Ma'at, actually. We have to be ruthless.
We must be ruthless. Yeah. There you go. There you have it.
And Desjardins like, okay, so you're gonna lead these people? And demons? And snake guys? Oh, of course not. I have confidence in them. I have
fine group. I love that little pause where he's like, fine group of people. They can handle it.
Yeah, Menshikov's like, I'm gonna deal with the Canes. You stay here and rest. Don't even worry about it, okay?
And he's
I'll
like,
send a scryer to your quarters so you can watch everything as it happens.
And he doesn't love that. He doesn't love that he's been relegated to sitting and not doing anything and observing.
Yeah, Desjardins wants everything that's there out of his sight because it's kind of terrifying to him.
Yeah, he's so unhappy with everything that he has just witnessed, but he's still like, go on, do your shit, your stupid, your violence. But as soon as Menshikov is gone, he asks for the Book of Overcoming Apophis.
I must consult it. I will observe, Vladimir, but I will not stay and rest.
Hell yes, I love this man actually, like so much. I need. The old man Yowie.
He's starting to realize what's happening. You know what? I think the thing that broke him was like Menshikov mentioned Amos, his true love. That's just me, but I'm here for it.
So yes, so I, in my personal opinion, Horace has just shown us that there is in fact hope that the house could turn it around, even though. It's not great that their place is being sacked, presumably, by this horde of demons and shitty people.
Yeah, it's not great. Well, that is in fact the chapter, my dude.
I was just looking at my version of the book, and we are actually much farther than I thought we were, because there's a whole section at the back that is apparently a short story about Annabeth and Sadie, which I don't think I've ever read before, so that's exciting for me.
Which we are not allowed to read until
Very
after
unfortunate.
Heroes.
I'm so sad.
Because Rick was writing this as he was writing Heroes.
Yes.
And he references things that happen in Heroes in those stories.
So we can't cover them yet.
Can't do it, sadly. Not
Maybe
allowed.
once we get to the relevant Heroes books.
I have thoughts and ideas for when we can do that.
Okay,
and
sounds
I
good.
think...
But yeah, we are actually a little,
Listen,
like 3/4 of the way through, it looks
there
like.
There are 24 chapters, and that was chapter 17. So
yeah, pretty dang
so
far. Pretty exciting.
We're cooking, good looking.
All right. Well, time for finishing up stuff, I suppose.
Time for the pluggies, the pluggaroons.
I have a short little one. I was just listening to my music.
Ooh.
And I have a song to recommend to you all, but I don't know the band name off the top of my head, so I have to look it up. And it's being so slow. There it is. So I would just like to recommend the song You Told the Drunks I Knew Karate by Zoey Van Goey.
Oh?
which is some very funny words to say. It's just one of the most romantic songs in the entire world, in my personal opinion. It's about having drunken antics with a person and, knowing that all of it was a mistake, but also you wouldn't want to be anywhere else. The chorus is like, I do the dumbest things for you. I'd be safer on my own, but you are the most exciting thing I've ever known. So that's just a song I like.
Gay.
How about you, bestie?
So my plug is going to be. So I got back into reading. Did you know that?
Hell yeah.
It's coming and it's going just a little bit. I had like a week or two there where I couldn't again, and now I'm back at it again. But I joined a book club in the Seaweed Brains podcast Discord.
Oh, fun.
Which Robert runs. Robert is the over there, their mom, their mother. They're the damn mom page, and they run the book club and all these things. So if you like the Seaweed Brain podcast and the stuff that they do, you can be well taken care of by Robert if you join their Discord. But I joined the book club because specifically one of the people was recommending that they read one of my favorite book series besides this, besides the Rick stuff. My other favorite book series at like the same time that I read PJO was The Sisters Grimm.
Oh, we did talk about this recently. And during that episode, I was like, I've never heard of this. I was lying to you. Because I didn't remember what you were talking about. I did read a couple of them, now that I'm like thinking about it. Which...
New podcast? Listen, new podcast.
We're never gonna get through all these Rick books, so I don't know about all that. But I should reread them because I remember what I did read being interesting, but I don't have a great memory of it.
Okay, so my plug today is the first book, The Fairytale Detectives. It's a very good setup for the series. And hey, Ray, well, since you don't remember a whole lot about this series, did you know that the author, Michael Buckley, re-released the books and re-edited them?
Interesting.
Like, a few years after they were all out.
What kind of editing?
Like, fixing some, like, minor things that,
continuity errors.
Continuity errors and stuff that didn't get carried over.
Animorphs got these re-releases of some of the early books, but what they changed was just getting rid of all the 90s references, and I'm like, don't do that.
No! That's what makes series good, is the references that keep them, like, in the thing that they're...
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They, like, changed it from, like, talking about a specific console to, like, general game system, and it's like, that's boring, come on!
Have I mentioned here that it is so funny that right now, Hilary Duff is having a comeback in, like, her music career, and as soon as I saw that happening, I immediately messaged Robert, and I'm like, please make jokes about this online, because Rick right now could do the funniest thing.
Oh my god.
because he was like, oh yeah, Grover plays So Yesterday on the pan flute.
Mhm.
Grover's getting the pan flute next season, I think, in Sea of Monsters. What should be happening? Grover should be playing some new Hilary Duff tunes.
That'd be so funny. I'd love that.
Just to bring the references back. Just to bring it all in a circle. So yeah, there was some editing done. I need to see what the new versions are like. I have most of the old versions in physical, some of them I have in digital, but I do have all of the original Sisters Grimm books. And the new versions, I believe, are audiobooks on Spotify, which I get audiobooks for free on there with my subscription, so I might have to check them out just to see what the differences are like, really.
Yeah.
Before I potentially buy them all.
Again.
I'm gonna be that person who wants to own all of these things. But I just like this series. Have I mentioned this? It's Once Upon a Time before Once Upon a Time came out, actually. Yeah. And it's just two sisters moving in with their grandmother and having to realize that fairy tales are real, and they all live in this one town, and they have to solve mysteries about them. And also they have to find their parents because their parents mysteriously disappeared due to some of the ever afters, as they're called.
It's a very fun premise. Yeah.
It is so fun. I'm enjoying so much of it. I love how chaotic the grandmother is, actually. I just read like a chapter in the second book where she was talking about how she got her license revoked because of how dangerously she drives. But they were in a car chase, and so they were like, okay, we have to let her drive. So she fucking drives over like a bridge that's gone out to get them away from this monster.
Oh my god. Hell yeah, Grandma, get it.
Stuff like that. I'm endeared. I'm so endeared.
Well, that is wonderful, and I think you should probably release us from this mortal coil.
I certainly will. What happened in this fucking chapter?
Well, you could have a horde of demons.
Yeah, get the fuck out of my house of life. I have like some demons and some crooks, and also my little guys that are now giant little guys and have wings, and I'm gonna send them after you and all your buddies.
Damn, that's pretty scary. I have a kitty. Maybe he'll protect me.
Yeah, maybe Bast will come and take over your kitty's body and protect you.
I would appreciate that so much. Well,
you better hope that happens, or else I'm gonna come after you.
You know, he's kind of a little baby though. Like I don't. He doesn't have any battle scars. I don't think Bast would be very impressed with him.
Let's be honest, all cats are babies.
Okay.
I call them the eternal toddlers.
Well, bye everyone.
Oh, bye.
You can follow this podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send us a message through the duat to oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about the Riordanverse or whatever else. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Against All Odds, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with mythology, no promises. You can check out our merch store on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie. Or if you cannot or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. If you want to hear more from me, Raye, check out Barbie Movie Slap, a podcast where my co-host Ted and I discuss Barbie's cinematic universe. That podcast Twitter is at Barbie Slaps.
You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. You can also hear my voice on 2 other podcasts. I co-host another podcast on the network with the meme maker Robert called The Bits, where we talk about the Cartoon Network show Steven Universe. I also co-host a non-network podcast with my buddy Ethan called Mysteries in the Machine, where we talk about all things Scooby-Doo. Our music was created and produced by Isabel Strauss-Riggs. You can find Isabel at Kane I, that's I is in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel Kane I. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now we are discussing The Kane Chronicles. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
Have you ever gotten so distracted in Stardew Valley that you forgot to sleep? Have you realised that you have a whole room in your house full of dolls? Or have you even bored your friends to sleep talking about your passion? Well then, Content Capable is the podcast for you. Join me, Sam, as I chat to people passionate about what they do, asking questions about how they fell in love with their passion, what they do, and how it interacts with their day-to-day lives. Catch the podcast every Monday as I find out what makes someone tick, all while gleaning interesting and insightful life lessons along the way. There'll be laughs, a bit of crying, a whole lot of conversations, and we learn just a little bit more about the world around us.
Dave X Media.